Beloved, I have been holding something from you. Something beautiful has been unfolding behind the scenes that your human eyes could not see. You can't follow the paths I've been taking because they are in the unseen realm. I am the one who keeps all the stars in their places, counts all the hairs on your head, and loves every second of your life. The breakthrough you've been hoping for has been being planned by me, but you don't know it. I've been on time with the very thing that seems like a delay to you. I have been planning everything for your good behind the scenes. Do not give up. Those 3 words don't mean anything. They are a command wrapped in love from the person who holds all the stars in the sky, counts every hair on your head, and keeps all of your tears in a bottle so that none of them get lost or forgotten. Do not give up. Not because your problems aren't important, or because what you're going through isn't serious, but because I am bigger than all of it. The mountain that you think can't be moved is nothing to me. There is a key in my hand for the door that looks locked from all sides. If you are sick and doctors can't explain or cure it, I can heal you. The relationship that looks like it can't be fixed is something I can fix. There is no crisis in my economy, but there is one in yours that has you up at night, trying to figure out numbers that don't add up. The scary future that you can't see how things will turn out is already planned out in my mind. I know every step that needs to be taken. There is something heavy that you have been carrying around with you that was never meant to be there. With the little knowledge you have been trying to figure everything out on your own, using your strength to push doors open and your mind to make up solutions. And the more you've tried, the more difficult it has become. When you depend on yourself, desperation grows. When you forget that I opened the Red Sea, stopped the sun, brought water from a rock, fed 5,000 people with a child's lunch, raised the dead, and calmed storms with a word, it gets worse. You can access the same power that made all of those impossible things possible right now, where you are sitting in the middle of the mess. If your health is making you unhappy, you can't fix it. Every sign, test result, diagnosis, and medicine that didn't work the way you hoped I know about them. I know what it's like to wake up in the middle of the night because of pain. I'm aware of the weakness that makes easy tasks seem like they are very hard. I know how scary it is to feel something new in your body and wonder if it's the start of something worse. And my peace is being sent to you right now, not the kind of peace that the world offers, which depends on things going well, not the short-term relief that comes from ignoring or avoiding something. Sending you the kind of peace that can't be explained, the peace that doesn't make sense given what you're going through. The peace that can exist in the middle of a storm because it comes from being with me and not from what is happening to you. Let it wrap around you like a blanket. Even as you read these words, my gentle and loving grace is healing your heart. The worry that has been squeezing your chest is starting to let go. A lot of thoughts are going through my head at once. After the panic that seemed like it would take over, you feel a calm that you can't explain. This isn't you trying to make yourself feel better. This isn't wishful thinking or optimistic thinking. That's my supernatural peace, coming into the chaos and bringing order where there was chaos, rest where there was restlessness, and clarity where there was confusion. This peace I am giving you will make your soul feel better. I'm going to talk about the deep soul weariness that sleep can't fix, because it's not physical tiredness, but spiritual and emotional depletion. I'm going to talk about it where it lives. I'm pouring new strength into places that need it. I'm getting back what worry took away. Stress has worn me down, but I'm making up for it. Everything about you will be different after this. You are not because your outside circumstances have changed, but because something inside you has changed. Hope is taking the place of desperation. Faith is taking the place of fear. The weight is going away and being replaced by lightness. Feel my arms around you. I'm not a faraway God who watches over you from afar and doesn't care about your problems. I'm right here, closer than the air you breathe. I'm going to wrap my arms around you like a dad holds a crying kid, or a mom comforts a hurt kid. You are mine. You are mine. I love you more than anything else in the world. Your name is written on the palms of my hands. I knew you before your mother formed you in her womb. I picked you. I chose you to help me with my plans, and nothing that's happening right now has surprised me or made it too hard for me to help you. There are many things I've been thinking of to do to show you how much I care. This is one of them. That you are hearing these words right now is not a lucky accident. You didn't just happen to find this message. It's not like you just clicked on something that had exactly what you needed to hear. I made this divine meeting happen. I planned for you to be here at this time because I have something important to tell you that will change the way you think about your situation and give you hope instead of despair. Why are you so sad, my child? Why do you let that dark place in your heart where fear grows and faith fades? Why do you think about the worst things that could happen instead of what I've promised? Don't think about all the bad things that could happen. Instead, remember all the good things I have done for you. You've been here before. You have dealt with impossible situations in the past, maybe not this one. To you, things looked hopeless when you were on the edge of them. You've been on walks through valleys that looked like they could swallow you up. You are still standing, breathing, and fighting, though. How did you get through those other times? Did you have the strength? Were your plans really that smart? Just because you finally got it all together? Not at all. Due to my care, you made it. You lived because I took care of you. I made a way for you where there was none before. I was the same God back then as I am now. I'm still the same. My strength has not gone down. My love for you hasn't changed. My dedication to your health and happiness has not changed. That being said, why do you think I can't handle this? Why do you think this issue is too big for me to handle? When trust should be there, why would desperation be there instead? I know that the desperation makes sense. I know that the worry makes sense. It seems like desperation is the only thing that makes sense when you look at all the facts, circumstances, and possible outcomes. But faith doesn't work in the same way that logic does. Faith doesn't hold off on believing until things make sense. Faith doesn't have to see the whole staircase before it starts climbing. Faith believes in me even when there is no reason to hope. Faith thinks that I am working even though you can't see any signs of it. Faith helps you hold on even when you want to give up. The enemy has been telling you lies in your ear. He has been telling you that things are different this time. His words have made it sound like I'm no longer willing to do anything for you. You've been having thoughts that sound like your own voice and say, "You've prayed about this too many times. What you asked for is too much. I can no longer wait for you. You've had enough miracles for now." You have believed those thoughts because they sound so much like what you are saying to yourself. You have taken desperation as true instead of seeing it for what it is, a lie. Allow me to tell you the truth. My kindness knows no bounds. My grace has no limits. You can come to me with the same problem as many times as you want. I don't limit the number of miracles or breakthroughs I can do or make available. I'm still willing to do what you ask. It doesn't bother me when you keep giving me the same problem. When you cry again about something that has been bothering you for months or years, I don't roll my eyes. I'm not like a human friend who gets tired of hearing about your problems after a while. I'm God. I have endless patience and resources, and I care deeply about every part of your life. The reason you haven't seen the breakthrough yet isn't because I don't want to, or because I'm annoyed. I'm working on a level you can't see, that's why. I'm coordinating a lot of things. There are variables here that you don't even know about. I'm getting you ready for what I'm about to give you. It would not be good for you to handle the answer if I gave it to you before you were ready. You would walk into a situation you weren't ready for if I opened the door before it was the right time. You would be back in the same condition in a few months if I healed you before I fixed the real problem. I'm not just looking to help you out right away. I'm interested in full transformation. However, I do not want you to be desperate while you wait for what I have promised to come true. Please wait in peace. You should know that I'm taking care of the things that you can't handle. Allow yourself to let go of the need to figure everything out and to trust that I already have the plan. When you feel like everything depends on you, you become desperate. You'll feel at peace when you remember that everything depends on me. Type Amen in the comments right now if you want peace over desperate times. Let this be your statement that you are letting go of the weight and giving it back to me, where it belongs. Please get this. Every seed you plant in this mission helps us follow Jesus' command to reach all the world. By buying me a coffee through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you help spread the gospel to people who might never set foot in a church. This isn't about having a platform. This is to honor the name of Jesus and reach out to hearts that are looking for answers, but are quiet. Matthew 28:19 in the Gospel tells us that Jesus wants us to go and make disciples. You help that command go on when you give. Your kindness gives someone who is struggling with hope. It turns into truth for someone who is confused. It turns into light in real darkness. Gospel of Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you." This is not a threat. It is a promise. God moves in ways you can't see when you let go of what you're holding on to. If this message moved you, have faith and answer it. Get a coffee. Plant a seed. Take part in what God is doing right now. I care about what's going on with you. Not just the big picture of your problem, but also the specifics that keep you up at night, the fears that grip your heart, and the needs that you haven't told anyone about because you were afraid they'd think you were asking too much. It all matters to me. I care about the little things that don't seem important enough for God to notice. I also care about the thing that seems too big for even God to fix. There is nothing in your life that I don't care about. I'm aware of your stress about money. I know about the money that is missing and the bills that are due. You know that kind of debt that won't go away no matter how hard you try to pay it off. I know about the job that doesn't pay enough, the hours that were cut, the chance that didn't work out, and the business that isn't making enough money for you. It makes you feel bad when you can't provide the way you want to, when you have to turn down things your family needs, or when you have to pick which necessity to cover because you can't cover them all. I'm telling you that I am your provider, not your job, not your business, not your investments, not your savings, not your hustle. Me, I'm Jehovah Jireh, the God who gives you what you need. I have always taken care of my kids, watched the birds. They don't grow crops or store food in barns, but I feed them every day. Aren't you more valuable than birds? Visit the flower beds. Even though they don't work or make clothes, they look better dressed than the richest king who ever lived. How much more will I care for you if I care for birds and flowers? You are desperate for money because you think that your provision depends only on your hard work. But it's me who makes it possible for you to work. I'm the one who makes chances possible. If you have something in your hand, I can multiply it until it meets all your needs and has extra. When someone breaks your heart, I know about the marriage that is falling apart, the child who is left, the parent who doesn't get you, the friend who betrayed you, and the family member whose words hurt you and keep playing over and over in your mind. I understand what it's like to be alone, to be turned down, and to feel like you're not being seen or understood. It's been a lot of work for you to try to make things better. There were talks that didn't lead anywhere, apologies that weren't taken seriously, and boundaries that weren't followed. I know the nights you cried yourself to sleep, not sure if you were the problem, or if you did or said the wrong thing. You also didn't know if things would ever be okay again. I see you and want you to know that. I can see your heart. I understand what you want. That's the best way you know how to show your love, and I can see it. Other people can't see your wounds because you've learned to hide them well. I see the parts of you that feel like they can't be fixed. I, on the other hand, am the God who fixes things. I can bring life back to things that look dead. I can put back together what was destroyed. Broken hearts can be made soft again. I can bring peace to places where there was conflict. I can turn strangers into family, enemies into friends, and brokenness into beauty. With that connection, trust me, I'm still not done with that story. What the doctor said that shook your world, the treatment plan that scares you, the prognosis that took away your hope, the symptoms that are getting worse instead of better, the pain that medicine can't touch, and the limitations that have changed your whole life are all things I know. I understand that you are scared. You may be wondering how much worse things will get. It's been hard for you because you've lost the life you had, the things you could do, and the future you thought you would have. I know it's been hard for you to stay positive, but this fight feels like too much sometimes. I'm the God who makes things better. I am the same God who healed the woman who had been bleeding for 12 years, made the man born blind see, made the man paralyzed walk, cleansed the lepers, and raised Lazarus from the dead after 4 days in the tomb. My strength has not gone down. My kindness has not gone away. I still help people get better. There will be no difference in how I heal you, instantly, gradually, or forever. I will be with you the whole time. You won't have to go through this by yourself. You will be fine with my grace. Your weakness will make my strength stronger. What's the point of being sad when I have already won? When I am the God of hope, why do you give up hope? Have I not given you a spirit of fear? Instead, I have given you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. I can see why you're so desperate from a human point of view. But you're not just a person. You are a child of the most powerful God. There are things you can use that no one else knows about. You can get power from a source that never runs out. You can get water from a well that never runs out. You will think it's impossible to do what I ask of you at first. You are choosing to trust me more than what you can see, not because things have changed, but because I want you to let go of your desperation. Please open your fists that are tightly clenched and let go of the control you have been trying to keep. I want you to stop trying to control what happens and start giving in to my will. I want you to swap out your worry for worship, your anxiety for adoration, and your desperation for devotion. Remember that this doesn't mean you give up. Stopping to act or make smart choices doesn't mean this. This means you no longer have to carry the weight of things that never happened to you. That means you do your part and believe what I say will happen. In other words, you plant the seed and let me take care of the harvest. In other words, you take the first step and trust me to show you the way. In other words, you choose and trust me to handle the results. The Israelites gave up when they were stuck between the Red Sea and the Egyptian army. Behind them was an army that wanted to kill them. They couldn't cross the body of water in front of them. There was no way out that made sense. But I told Moses to tell everyone to stop and watch how I saved them. Then I made a way through what was impossible. I split the sea in half, led them through on dry land, and then put the water back over their enemies. It looked like death was going to happen, but one of the greatest miracles in history did happen. There is a way out of your Red Sea moment. Everything is set up for a miracle. But if you really believe that this word is talking to you, please subscribe right away. By doing this, you are aligning yourself with what the prophets say and putting your life under a spiritual covering that will last. Rather than just following a channel, this says, I am ready for alignment. I'm ready for what God has planned. Type Amen below if you think your story is becoming a testimony. Say it out loud before you see it. Say it before it comes true. First, let your faith move. You're not feeling this way by chance. It's an invitation to be a part of something that will last forever. It's more than kind to support this mission through Buy Me a Coffee, a link in the description, and a pinned comment. It stands with the work of sharing the gospel with people who are still looking for the truth. Letter to the Romans 1:16 says that the gospel is the power of God to save people. That power reaches another life every time you buy a coffee. You help someone reach a turning point. You help someone make a big step forward. You do something for heaven on earth. Epistle to the Galatians 6:7 says that we will get back what we put in. When you put money into God's work, you put yourself in a position to receive His provision. Do something brave if you think lives can be changed. Buy a coffee today to help this mission reach more people. The fact that something is impossible does not mean the end of your story. This is the spot where I will show off my strength in a way that will prove I am God. Don't give up, though. Just wait until you see what I'm doing. You need to calm down long enough to hear what I'm saying. There is only one way out. Stop going around and around trying to find it. Just wait for me to show you the way. From where you are in the middle of the chaos, I send you my peace. Take it. If you feel like you don't deserve peace until the problem is solved, don't push it away. Don't turn it down because you think being anxious is the same thing as being responsible. You shouldn't block it because you think that being desperate helps you be ready for the worst. My peace doesn't depend on what's going on with you. My peace is a gift that goes beyond what's going on in your life. There can be chaos around you and peace inside you at the same time. It is possible to be uncertain about the outside world while being sure in your spirit that I am in charge. What is the secret of my shalom? It is the deep wholeness I give to people who trust me. It's not that there is no conflict. It's that my spirit is present in the midst of conflict. What keeps you going through hard times with your soul intact is not getting rid of the hard times themselves, but the power that keeps you going. Everyone can't figure out how you can smile when everything looks like it's going wrong. They don't understand how you can sleep while the storm is going on. You will know, though. You'll know that my peace isn't something that changes based on what's going on. It's like an anchor that keeps your soul steady when the waves are about to wash over you. Right now, my grace is making your heart better. Not when things get better one day in the future. Now, I am putting the pieces back together in the part of your heart that feels broken. The part of your heart that is numb from pain will feel and have hope again. I'm slowly taking down the walls in the part of your heart that has built them to keep from being hurt again. This way, you can fully receive the love I have for you. It's not supposed for your heart to carry this much weight. I was meant for your heart to rest in me. The weight of this world is being lifted off your soul as you read these words. It's getting easier to deal with mental, emotional, and spiritual weariness together. You can rest now, not just restful sleep, though that is important too, and I can help you sleep better once you calm down. I'm letting your soul rest. The peace of mind that comes from knowing you don't need to know everything. If you trust that I am working, even when you can't see it, then you can rest. The kind of rest that comes from trusting that I have good plans for you, that I am in charge, and that my ways are better than yours. This peace I am giving you won't last. You won't just feel a little better for a little while and then worry the same amount again. This is the new standard I'm setting for your life. This is a change in how you deal with problems. This changes your default setting from fear to peace. You will remember this moment every time you feel desperate again. You will remember how calm you were when you let me carry what you were never meant to carry. You will remember that peace is always possible, not because things are always going well, but because I am always true to you. I'm giving you a hug right here. Feel it? The safety, the warmth, and the feeling that someone is holding you and won't let you fall. You're not the only one who feels this way. You've never been by yourself with this. Even when it seemed like no one understood or cared, when you thought you were left to figure things out on your own, I was there. I was there when you cried. I was right there with you when you made that tough choice. When you felt like you were going to fall apart, I held you together. I've always been with you. I'm not going to leave you. I will always be with you until the end of time. I love you, not because of what you do or don't do, not because you've finally gotten your life together or learned how to pray right. There's no reason for this because you have earned or lost my love by being good. Because you are mine, because I made you, and because I picked you, I love you. There is no beginning or end to my love for you. You can't earn it or lose it. It always works and never goes away. It's been on my mind how to show you how much I love you. I've been sending you signs, opening doors, setting up divine appointments, whispering to your spirit, and making sure you know that you are seen, known, and valued. This message is one of those signs. You are not forgotten. This is me reaching out through the noise, the chaos, and the pain to touch your heart. You are not forgotten. You can get help from me. I'm well aware of what you're going through, and I can help you get through it. This is not a mistake. You reading these words at this very moment in your life, when you are going through what you are going through and feeling what you are feeling, is a sign from God. I made sure you would see this. I knew you would click on it. I wanted you to keep reading because I have a message just for you, and I needed you to be able to hear it. I beg for your trust. You should hear it again because it's so important. I beg for your trust. Give up the stress about whatever is bothering you and preventing you from sleeping, being happy, and being at peace. You can rest in my peace. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm smarter. I care about your health and happiness more than you can possibly understand. I'm also already working on the thing that worries you. The answer is already being worked on. The big step forward is already on its way. The wounds are already getting better. The provision has already been given out. The repair work has already begun. You haven't seen it yet because it's still in the realm of the impossible, but it is just as real as if it were taking shape in the real world. My word doesn't come back to me empty. What I've said about your life will come true. I will keep the promise I made to you. This is something I started, and neither humans nor demons can stop it. It's not your job to figure out how it will happen. It is not your job to change things, to make things happen faster. You don't need to worry about whether I will really follow through. Trust is what you need to do. It's your job to rest. You need to look at me instead of the storm. Remember who I am and what I've done, and trust that I will do it again. With one word, I made the universe come into being. Everything you see and everything you don't see was made by me. I told the oceans where to stop and put the stars where they belonged. The human body, the ecosystems that keep life going, and the laws of physics that make everything work were all designed by me. In other words, I am the beginning and the end, the first and the last. I'm the truth, the way, and the life. I am the good shepherd, the door, the resurrection, the life, and the light of the world. I am Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Nissi, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai, as well as Yahweh. I am the one who sees, hears, saves, heals, provides, and fights for my people. I am your God. This isn't just God in general, or the God of the universe in a general way. This is your personal God, who knows your name, cares about your problems, and has plans for your life. I care about your daily life just as much as I care about running the universe. I'm not too small to notice you. I'm not too insignificant to care about your problems. Everything matters to me because I care about you. So when I tell you not to give up, I'm not downplaying what you're going through. I want to remind you of who is with you through it. When I tell you to stop worrying, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be worried about what's going on. Please take some of the weight off your shoulders and put it on mine. You don't have to act like everything is okay when I tell you to trust me. You need to believe that I am working, even though you can't see any proof yet. Lack of faith is not the same as faith. Denying the problem is like acting like it doesn't exist. Faith knows there is a problem, but it chooses to trust that God is greater than it. Denying the truth ignores it. Faith looks past what it sees in the real world to the God who can change it. Passive avoidance is what denial is. Active trust is what we mean by faith. I'm not asking you to lie about what you're going through. Remember that I am with you and will get you through it. Think about what it means to walk by faith instead of sight. It means that your trust in me comes from my character, not from things you can see. It means you can stay strong even if it looks like the ground is moving, because you know I am the rock that can't be moved. Faith does not want me to prove myself before it believes in me. Faith has faith in me because it knows who I am. And when you choose faith over desperation, you tell the heavens and the powers of darkness that you trust me more than you fear what the future holds. The way forward might not look like what you thought it would. You might not find the answer in the way you were hoping for. The times might not work with the plan you had in mind, but I promise you that everything will work out well, because I work everything out for the good of those who love me and are called according to my plan. I will use even the bad things that the enemy planned to do for good. I will make up for everything you did wrong. I will give you back all the time you think you wasted. In my economy, nothing goes to waste. You can use anything. I can turn every event, every problem, and every side trip into a lovely tapestry that tells a story of grace and redemption. You've already been through a lot. You've lived through things that could have killed you. Someone else's pain would have broken them, but not you. It was hard for you not to give up, but you did. And the fact that you are still here, still standing, still looking, and still believing, even though it's hard to believe, shows that my power is strong in your life. You didn't get this far by yourself. I held you up and won't let go of you now. The enemy wants you to feel hopeless, which is a form of not believing. Fear says that God can't do it. Fear says that God doesn't care. Despair means that there is no way out of the situation, and every single one of those claims is false. With the power I have working in you, I can do infinitely more than you could ask or think of. Because I love you so much, I gave up my only son so that you could have eternal life and a lot of good things in life. When the God of hope is involved, nothing is hopeless. Your enemy has been taking advantage of the fact that you are tired. It's easy to feel hopeless when you're worn out, depleted, and have been fighting for a long time without seeing results. It seems like the only honest thing to say at this point. But I'm making you stronger right now, where you are. People who wait for me will get stronger. They will get on top of it with wings like an eagle. They'll run and not get tired. They won't pass out and will walk. Now is a time for you to wait. But it's not passive to wait on me. The act of waiting on me shows that you trust and expect something from me. Being willing to believe that I am working, even though you don't see any progress, is what it means. Things are about to change for you. It might happen right away, but I'm not promising that it will. Nothing is impossible for me. We are already seeing the change in the spiritual world, and it is now moving into the natural world. Things are moving again after getting stuck. It's beginning to open doors that were shut before. People whose hearts have been hard are beginning to soften. Things that have been stopping you are beginning to break. In ways that will surprise you, you will start to see proof of my loyalty. And when the breakthrough comes, you'll remember this moment and understand why you had to go through what you did. You will see how I was getting you ready, making you better, making you stronger, and teaching you to depend on me more deeply. It will become clear to you that the delay was not denial. There was no point in waiting. There was a reason for the fight. I was making you better in a way that could only be done through the process. I was building a base that could only be done in the valley. I was building trust, which could only happen when you had to walk by faith and not by sight. Let go of your stress about having to wait. Not having answers to your questions should not be a worry. Instead of being afraid of closed doors or promises that will not be fulfilled, trust. I'm still God. I'm still fine. I'm still doing things for you. I will not let you down. I know it's getting old to be strong. I know that trying to keep everything together has worn you out. I know you've been acting tough in front of other people, while you're really breaking down inside. You no longer need to be strong. You can rest in my strength. You don't need to know everything. You can trust my knowledge. You don't need to think about the next 10 steps. There's only one more step you need to take. Trust me with the rest. Don't let anyone see the parts of you that you're embarrassed about or that feel broken beyond repair. Let my peace settle into those parts. All of it is at peace with me. My grace takes care of everything. Everything changes because of my love. There is nothing about you that I can't change. It's impossible for me to heal any wound. No brokenness is too far gone for me to fix. Everything is being made new by me. Not just a few things, not just simple issues that are simple to fix. Everything. I am taking out the chaos and putting things in order. I am making beauty out of broken things. I'm giving you a crown out of the ashes. I'm taking your sadness and making you happy. I am giving you hope when you are sad. This is what I am. This is what I do. I am the God who saves, heals, and puts people back together again. Bringing life out of death, hope out of despair, and victory out of defeat is what I do best. So, my beloved, rest in peace. Surrender to the weight that has been on your shoulders. Pick faith over fear. Instead of thinking about the worst that could happen, hold on to hope. Focus on me instead. Think about how I act. Remember how loyal I was. Remember what I said. Say my word over your situation. Say my truth over the lies the enemy has been telling me. Believe that I am who I say I am, and that I will do what I say I will do. This is a big moment for you. At this point, hope replaces desperation. This is when peace takes the place of worry. This is when faith takes the place of fear. The way you came into this meeting will not be the same way you leave it. There's a difference. The weight is going away. The darkness is getting lighter. There is light coming through. Do you not feel it? Changes that are taking place inside you. The hope that is starting to grow. The peace that is beginning to take hold. This is what I did. This is how my grace works in you. Take it all in. Don't hold back because you think it won't last. When you feel like you don't deserve it, don't fight it. Don't ask why because you can't explain it. Just take it in. Let my peace fill your heart. Let my love fix your heart. Let my being there fill the gaps. Let my strength heal your tired spirit. I'm giving you everything you need right now and in the future. You will remember this moment when you feel desperate again, which you will because the enemy doesn't give up easily. You will always remember how you felt when you let me carry what you were carrying. You will remember the peace that leaves no room for doubt. You'll remember that you're not by yourself. We haven't forgotten about you. You can still get help. You will pick faith over doubt, trust over fear, and hope over hopelessness. I'm with you every step of the way. I will never leave you, through the good days and the bad, the breakthroughs and the waiting, the high points and the low points. I will never leave you. I love you always and will always. I will always do what's best for you. I care for what is mine, and you are mine. I care about your health. I care about your emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, and the health of your body. I can see how much stress has hurt you. I can see how the stress has changed your sleep, your hunger, your energy, and your ability to do things. I'm going to talk about all of it. My peace is good for your body. Being with me helps your mind feel better. My love makes your soul whole again. You will feel different in your body as you rest in me and let go of the weight you have been carrying. Your shoulders will feel less tense. You will feel the knot in your stomach loosen up. The fast heart rate will slow down. Your mind will become clear. There's more to this than just feelings and thoughts. I made you as a whole being, so this is holistic healing. And when one part is hurt, it hurts the whole. All parts get better when one part gets better. Sending you my peace, which feels like waves washing over you and cleaning you, refreshing you, and making you new again. Take in more of my peace with each breath. Let go of more and more of your desperation as time goes on. You're giving up your stress for my peace, your worry for my reassurance, and your fear for my perfect love, which takes away all fear. You have been protecting hurtful places, hiding them, and trying to fix them on your own. But my grace is gentle and loving, and it reaches into all of those places. You no longer need to keep those places safe. You don't need to hide them from me. You don't need to fix them. Let me in. Let my grace reach out and heal what hurts. Let my love fix what's broken. Let me use my power to fix what's broken. Right now, your heart is getting better. The breaks are being fixed. The walls are coming down. It's starting to feel like I can move again. It's getting less hard. Sweetness is taking the place of the bitterness. Forgiveness is taking the place of the anger. Peace is taking the place of the anger. As my spirit works in you, it heals you from the inside out, which is something you could never do for yourself. Peace is healing your soul through the calm I'm sending your way. The restlessness is going away. The uproar is dying down. The chaos is ending, and peace is coming. After this, you'll sleep better. You are going to be able to think better. You'll feel better. You are getting rid of the weight that has been holding you down. The weight that was weighing you down is being taken off of you. The chains of despair are being broken, and you are being set free from the prison of anxiety and fear. Feel my arms around you, holding you close, making sure you're safe, and telling you that everything will be okay. It's not because things have magically gotten better. It's because I am with you, in the middle of them, and being here changes everything. There is peace where I am. There is hope where I am, love that never fails, grace that is always enough, and mercy that is new every day are all around me. You are my beloved child, my most valuable possession, and I love you so much. I sing with joy about you. I calm you down with my love. It makes me happy to be kind to you. You make me happy. I care about your prayers. I feel moved by your tears. Your faith makes me happy. I am not let down by you. Not because I'm mad at you. I'm not going to wait for you to do better before I help you. I love you just the way you are, where you are. I promise to walk with you as you become everything I have called you to be. I've looked for a lot of ways to show you how much I love you. Colors that take your breath away are what I used to paint the sunrise. The sunset was meant to remind you that good things can come to an end. I made the stars to show you that there is light even when it's dark. I made the ocean to show how strong and big I am. I shaped the mountains to show how powerful and royal I am. It was important to me to show you how much I care about beauty and how much I enjoy making things. The world is a love letter from me to you, always there to remind you that I see you, know you, and love you. This message is another one of those signs. It's another way for me to reach out to you, show that I haven't forgotten about you, and show that I am still interested in your life. Everything that led you to this point was planned by me. I made sure you would see this. I made sure you read it and understood what I was trying to say, because I have something important to share with you that you really needed to hear. It will change the course of your day, week, season, and life. So there is no doubt I am telling you the truth. This is not a mistake. This is an appointment from God. This is me stepping in to help you in your need. I'm stopping your downward spiral right now. I'm taking you out of the pit. I'm putting your feet on solid ground. I'm giving you a new song to sing to praise me, your God. Do not give up. It needs to be said again, so I'm going to do it again. The need to give up wants to take root in your heart. It wants to change the way you live. It wants to know what you think about yourself and your situation. I'm telling you, though, that desperation is not your lot. You don't have to live in despair. Stress is not something you were born with. You are a child of the most powerful God. It is possible for you to find peace that the world cannot give or take away. You can find joy that doesn't depend on what's going on around you. You can find hope that doesn't let you down. You can find love that never fails. Walk with that identity on. Follow that truth. You should base your choices on who I say you are, not what things look like. Through my love for you, you are more than a conqueror. You are not the tail, you are the head. You are not below, but above. You are blessed, coming in and leaving. There is no weapon that can work against you. I will punish every tongue that rises up against you to judge you. This is what you have as my servant. This is my proof that you are right. I am already working on the thing that is making you feel hopeless. I have already thought of a way to solve the problem that seems impossible to solve. For the need that doesn't seem to have a solution, I've already made the plan. I'm taking care of what you are worried about. I'll take care of what you're scared of. Please give me the power to handle what you are trying to control. What I do behind the scenes is hidden from you. You can't see the talks I'm having, the hearts I'm changing, the situations I'm shifting, the doors I'm opening, the problems I'm getting rid of, or the blessings I'm setting up. There is still something going on even if you can't see it. You can't follow how I'm moving. I'm working in places you can't get to. I'm working toward goals you don't fully understand yet. I will leave my mark on everything when it all comes together, when the breakthrough happens, when the answer shows up, and when the miracle takes place. Trust is what you need to do. It's up to you to rest. What you need to do is stop trying and start believing. It's up to you to let go of the neediness and accept the peace. What you need to do is give up control and do what I say. You should stop trying to make things happen the way and when you want them to, and start working with me the way and when I want to do things. This doesn't mean you give up or get lazy. Stopping to act or make smart choices doesn't mean this. That means you just follow what I say and let me handle the rest. In other words, you plant the seeds I tell you to plant and let me handle the harvest. This means you trust me to show you the way and do what I say. In other words, you trust me to make the resources I've given you grow. This means you follow what I've already shown you and trust that I will show you the next thing when you need it. There are a lot of times when you gave up because you were trying to see the whole road map, but I only showed you the next step. You've been stressed out so many times because you thought I showed you step 10 when I only showed you step 1. You have been stressed out a lot of times because you were trying to carry the weight of outcomes that were not yours to carry. I want you to narrow your attention. What is the one thing I want you to do now? Do that. What is the one thing I told you to do today? That's it. Tell me, what is the one truth I spoke to your heart right now? Trust me with that and everything else. The need to know everything will make you think that you need to know everything right now. Anxiety will try to tell you that bad things will happen if you don't fix everything right away. That's not how I work, though. I am the God of steps. I am the God of travel. I am the one who leads you from one glory to the next. When you need it, I give it to you. Not too soon that you would abuse it. It comes just at the right time, in the right way, and in the right amount. It's not too late that you'll miss it. Because you don't know everything yet, pick faith over fear. Because you can't see the whole picture, hold on to hope. Because the next step is unclear, trust rather than be afraid. Just do what I tell you to do. Do what I tell you to do. Just trust what I said, and watch how I make a way where there doesn't seem to be one. I'm going to surprise you with how nice I am. I will amaze you with how loyal I am. I am going to give you so much that it will be overwhelming. I am going to amaze you with how smart I am. I'm going to amaze you with how creative I am. I will bless you in ways you didn't expect, through doors you didn't know existed, with resources you didn't know were out there, and at times you couldn't have said. Because I am God, I am not limited by human logic, natural laws, or the way things are usually done. I can find a way when there isn't one. I can provide from sources you might not expect. No one can shut the doors I can open. I can make impossible things into stories. When that happens, when you see my hand at work in your situation and my power at work in your life, you will worship me with a sincerity and depth that comes from going through something that should have destroyed you, but instead made it possible for me to shine. You will testify to my goodness with a conviction that can only come from having felt it for yourself in your darkest hour. You will trust me like you only can when you've seen me get through things when everyone else thought they were hopeless. That's why I let impossible things happen. It's not to hurt you, but to set you up for a miracle that will become a story that gives people faith in you and your story. He didn't leave you in the wilderness to die. He came to meet you there in ways you could never have in the safe places. Not to give you too many problems, but to show you that I am bigger than all of them put together. Don't give up, my child. Don't let anything bother your heart. And don't be scared. I'm with you. I stand with you. I am doing work for you. I will show you that I am God, and there is no one else in a way that you will never forget. Take my peace with you wherever you are. Feel how my grace can heal your heart. Feel how my love soothes your soul. Please know that I am with you. This is not a dream. We're not just wishing for this. This is the truth. I'm here. I'm real. I take part in your life. I care about your health and happiness in every way. The need is going away. Feel it? The weight is going up. The darkness is getting lighter. Hope is growing. This is what I did. This is a gift from me to you. This is my answer to your silent plea for help. Take it. Trust it. Use it to walk in. And remind the enemy of this moment when he tries to take it back. Remind him that your God has declared peace for you. Tell him that your God is with you in battle. Tell him that your God already won. Then look at me again, at my promises, at my character, at my love. I have you close to me. I'll never leave you. I will keep you safe. Oh, you can be safe in my love. You have won because of my strength. Let go of your stress. I beg for your trust. Trust me. Have faith in me. I'm making things work out for your good and my glory. You need to know something about being desperate. You can't just feel it. It's a battleground of the spirit. When you're desperate, it's easy to fall into other bad habits. When you're desperate, you make snap decisions out of fear instead of thinking things through. When you're desperate, you grab at solutions that seem good at the time, but push you farther away from my will. You're more likely to listen to voices that aren't from me when you're desperate. These are voices that promise quick fixes, but actually lead to deeper bonds. That's why I keep telling you not to give up. It's not just that I want to make you feel better. I'm keeping you safe from a path that will take you away from the breakthrough I've planned. You have been feeling desperate because the enemy has been telling you a lie over and over again until it sounds like the truth. The lie is that you are the only one going through this, that no one really gets how bad things are, that you have to figure it out on your own because no one else can help you, and that even I have more important things to do than your problem, which seems small in the grand scheme of things. You've heard this lie so many times, in so many different ways, and around so many different people that you've started to believe it. Your work has moved from a place of connection to one of isolation. You've taken on responsibilities that were never meant to be yours to handle by yourself. But I'm going to bust that lie right where you are. The foundation of that lie is being broken by the truth of my presence. You're not by yourself. You've never been by yourself. It felt like everyone had left you during the times when you needed help the most, and I was there for you, even when you were awake at night, feeling like you had no one to turn to for support. I was almost as close as your next breath. I heard every prayer that wasn't said out loud. I felt all the feelings you were too tired to say out loud. You felt like you were falling apart, but I held you together. It's not that I wasn't there. You just didn't always feel my presence. And the reason for this is that being desperate makes it hard to sense what is going on in the spiritual world. Desperation is very loud. It blocks out the quiet voice. It makes noise in your soul that makes it hard to hear my whispers. It causes panic, which hides the peace I'm always offering. This is why the enemy tries so hard to make you feel hopeless. Not because the things that are happening to you will destroy you, but because being desperate cuts you off from the power and wisdom you need to deal with those things. Right now, I'm getting rid of the static. The noise is being turned down. I'm making room in your heart for you to hear what I've always been saying. With my peace, I'm breaking through the chaos. My calm is getting through the chaos. I'm speaking the truth into the chaos. Along with the static and noise going away, you will start to hear my voice more clearly than you have in a long time. You will begin to feel my presence with a level of awareness that has been harmed by desperation. You will start to notice my help in places you thought you were getting around on your own. Please pay close attention to what I'm saying right now. I already have plans for your life that take into account the thing that is making you so desperate. It didn't surprise me. It didn't get in the way of my plans. I was still able to keep my promise to include you in everything I planned. In fact, this situation that seems like a problem is actually a key part of the way that will lead to your breakthrough. The enemy tried to destroy you, but I'm using it to make you stronger. What was meant to break you is now being used to build you. I'm making a doorway out of what looks like a dead end. This is how I do things. I make the worst thing the enemy can do to you good again. I use the valley of darkness to teach you about my light. I use the wound that hurts the most to show how well I can heal. Even when things look hopeless, I use them to show how loyal I am. In my kingdom, nothing goes to waste. Everything can be made right. Each tear you've shed is a seed that will grow into joy. Every night of worry you've had is getting you ready for the peace that is about to come over you. Every time you felt alone, it was just a warm-up for the moment when you will feel my presence in a way that will stay with you forever. So don't give up because of what you're going through. Don't let the fact that things are hard make you think you've gone off track. Do not think that the fight means I have forgotten about you. Right now, you are in this battle, which means there is something important on the other side. You should subscribe right now as a sign of agreement if you think you are being set up for something bigger. This is your statement that you are moving into prophetic alignment, that you are not lost but being guided by God. Stay in touch. There is more to come. The enemy doesn't waste his weapons on people who aren't a threat to his kingdom. He doesn't put this much effort into trying to discourage people who aren't going to make it. The seriousness of the battle you are going through is proof that you are close to something that scares the powers of darkness. Something is about to change that will affect not only you, but also everyone who is close to you. This is the reason why people have been so desperate. The enemy knows that you will have a testimony that will inspire many others to have faith in God if you keep your eyes on me and not on the storm. You will have a deeper relationship with me when you get out of this valley than you could have in the fire. You will soon have a lot of power and authority over other people, and that requires trust. You can only build that trust by believing me, no matter what you see. It's been their goal to get you to give up before that point. He has been exaggerating the problem to make it look like it can't be solved. He had been making the pain seem worse so that you think it is too much to bear. He has been pushing back the date of deliverance to make you think it will never happen. It's been too hard, too long, and you've reached your limit. So he's been telling you in a whisper that it's time to give up and settle for less than what I promised. And those whispers have made sense when you were completely worn out from the fight and had completely run out of energy. I'm here to tell you that things will get better. You are on the verge of making progress. You're still not at your best. You are almost at the point of growth. You're not too weak to keep going. You are getting stronger on the inside for what's to come. Just because you're tired doesn't mean you should give up. It means you have been fighting, and each fight makes you more like the warrior I have called you to be. Don't worry, because you're tired. Even if you don't yet see results, surrender the burden. Rest in peace, even though it took longer than you thought. In the Bible, some of the most amazing miracles happened after people had been waiting for a long time. It took 25 years for Abraham to get the promised son. Joseph had to wait 13 years for his dream to come true. After 40 years in the desert, Moses finally did what God had asked him to do. Before they got to the promised land, the Israelites wandered for 40 years. David was made king many years before he actually took the throne. All of the time, the waiting did not waste time. It was time to get ready. It was time for growth. During that time of year, I worked in the spiritual world to make sure that everything was set up so that the promise could be kept in a lasting way. The time for you to wait has come. But waiting doesn't mean that nothing is going on. When you're waiting, what's going on can't yet be seen in the natural world. While you wait, I'm coordinating things that you don't even know need to be coordinated. When you wait, it means I'm getting you ready for what I have planned for you. When I wait, I'm putting the pieces in order so that when they all fit together, it will be clear that I planned it all. While you wait, it's not your job to give up. Your job is to keep the peace, You need to keep your faith strong and your heart soft. You need to keep doing what I have already told you to do. Keep walking in the light that I already gave you. Keep believing the things I've already told you, even if you can't see proof that they will come true yet. We call this faith, and faith is what makes me move. The spirit world is only accessible through faith. You can receive what I have already released in heaven, but have not yet shown up on earth because of your faith. Not having faith at all is what you've been feeling, desperate. To those who really want it, it will never happen. Faith tells us it's already done. Write "I choose faith over fear" in the comments if you're going to choose faith today. That should be your shift. Let that be the point where you change. You are not the only one who gets this message. There are other people who want to hear the same truth that made you stronger. Jesus said in the Gospel of Matthew 9:37 that the harvest is plenty. Giving to this cause through Buy Me a Coffee is like joining the harvest. Your gift helps the truth get out there. It makes believers stronger. It gets to people who are quietly pleading for help. In Gospel of Luke 6:38, Jesus showed a kingdom exchange when he said, "Give, and it will be given to you." What you let go of goes into God's plan, and what goes into God's plan grows. You are planting for salvation, restoration, and renewed faith when you buy a coffee. Now is your chance. Take a faith-filled step forward. Put your money into what God is building, and to trust Him to breathe more than what you let go of. When you're desperate, you focus on what you can't do. Faith focuses on what I can do. Desperation makes the problem worse. Faith makes me shine. I keep telling you to trust instead of being desperate because of this. I want you to look away from what is bothering you and toward the person who can take care of your problems. Instead of looking at the mountain, look at me. Look at my past work instead of the problem I'm facing now. Look at what I've promised instead of what seems to be happening that goes against what I've said. What you think about will affect how you feel. What you choose, your ability to hear my voice, and your ability to get what I want to give you. When you think about the problem, you feel more desperate. Faith grows when you think about me. It's really that easy. That doesn't mean the problems aren't real. You don't have to act like they don't exist. I want you to change the way you think. Do not look at the giant. Instead, look at the God who has killed giants before. Do not worry about the closed door. Instead, put your trust in God, who can open doors that no one else can close. Don't think about how hard the math is. Instead, remember that I can multiply loaves and fishes until everyone is fed and there are still baskets left over. It's bad to be desperate, because it makes you less important and the problem bigger. But that's not true at all. You are a child of the most powerful God. You have my spirit inside you. You can use the same power that made Jesus come back to life. You are sitting with Christ in the heavenly places, above all powers and principalities. You are God's heir, and Christ is also your heir. It's not just that you've won. You make God righteous through Christ. You are blessed with all the spiritual good things in the world. This is what you are. This is who you are. Things start to look different when you look at yourself from that point of view. The mountain that looked like it would never move is beginning to look like a small problem. It looks like the sling you're holding could hit the giant that seemed impossible to beat. The sea that looked like it could not be crossed is beginning to look like a highway ready to be built. This change is what I want to happen in you. Not just a change in things, though, that is on the way. Change how you see yourself, change how you see me, and change how you see the problems you face. When you're desperate, you can't help but feel like a victim. Having this thought makes you feel like you can't stop bad things from happening. I didn't make you to be a victim, though. It was my intention for you to win. I didn't make you so that life would overwhelm you. I planned for you to win through me. I didn't call you to just barely make it. I told you to do well. To go from hopelessness to victory, you must first change the way you think about your situation. Don't say, "I can't handle this." Say things like, "God is giving me the strength to handle this." Do not say that it is too much. Say, "God's grace is enough" more often. Don't say, "I can't see a way out." Say that God is making a way where there doesn't seem to be one. Do not say that it has been too long. Say that God's timing is perfect. Don't tell me I'm alone. Say God is with me more often. Your words are strong. What you say about your situation is important. The enemy wants you to sound desperate because it makes the stronghold stronger. I need you to speak faith because that gives me power. I know how it feels to first say something and then feel something different. I know that when you say you've won, while you're still in the middle of the battle, you feel like you're not telling the truth. But this is how faith works. Before speaking the truth, faith does not wait for emotions to line up. Faith tells the truth until emotions start to line up. Faith tells things that aren't true that they are. Faith tells you the end from the start. Instead of agreeing with what the enemy shows you, faith agrees with what I say. This isn't a lie. This kind of positivity is not harmful. There is no need to act like everything is okay when it is not. This is war with the spirit world. In this case, you've chosen to line up your words with mine instead of my words as a child of God. This is you using your power to bring life to things that are dead, hope to people who are hopeless, and peace to places where there is chaos. And when you do this over and over again, when you speak my truth over your situation instead of going over the problem again and again, things will start to change. The change could happen inside before it happens outside. You might sense the peace before you see the service. You might feel the hope before you see the healing happen. It's possible to feel calm before you notice that things have changed. The internal shift, on the other hand, sets you up for the external manifestation. Putting new wine into old wine casks won't work. There is no way I can give you breakthrough while you are still feeling desperate. You need to have faith in order to be ready to receive what I'm about to give you. This is what I'm doing in you right now. I'm changing the way you think. I'm giving you new ideas. I'm telling the truth instead of lies. I'm taking down the desperate and putting up faith, so that you can go into the next season strong instead of weak. I'm showing you who you really are and who I really am. You are stronger than you think, not in yourself, but in me. Not because of your own strength of will, but because my spirit lives in you. You are stronger than you think. You are smarter and stronger than you thought. This isn't because you have untapped potential, though you do. It's because you can use all of my resources whenever you want. I'm giving you everything that is mine. You can keep every promise I have made. All of the provisions I have listed can be used. I am able to use every weapon I have. It doesn't matter what you have in your hand. What I have in mine gives you strength. So stop worrying about what you don't have. Don't worry about what you can't do. Don't worry about what you don't have or what you can't do. Think about what I can do and what I have. Focus on how much I have instead of how little you have. Don't think about your weakness, but about what I can do. Pay attention to my knowledge instead of your confusion. When you make that change and stop worrying about what you don't have, you will find that you have everything you need for every situation. I'm going to show you a new way to live. An approach that is not based on fear, but on trust. A way that doesn't panic in every situation, but instead acts with faith. One that doesn't base what's possible on what people think is possible, but on the idea that with God, anything is possible. This is the life I want you to live. Jesus died so that you could have this full life. Not a life without problems, but a life with the tools to deal with them. That isn't a life without problems, but a life where I can handle problems with my strength and wisdom. You have been blocked from this life by your desperation. You've been stuck in survival mode, and I want you to thrive. You've been stuck in fear, but I want you to walk in faith. It has been making you feel like you are barely holding on, but you are stronger than that. The power of desperation over your life is being broken right now. I am cutting the link between what is happening to you and how you feel. I am creating a new level of peace for you that doesn't depend on things going well, but on knowing that I am always with you. You are not going to give up when problems come up from now on, because you live in a fallen world and problems will come up. In this case, you will trust. You won't start thinking about the worst case scenario right away. It will stick in your mind how loyal I was. You're not going to freak out and decide something quickly. You are going to stop, pray, and wait for me to tell you what to do. That's the new pattern I'm setting for you. These are the changes that are taking place in your mind and emotions right now. You might not really feel it yet. You may still feel like old habits are trying to pull you back into stress. But each time you fight that pull and trust instead, you make the new pathways stronger. You're making your faith stronger. As you practice, you will learn to act like a child of God instead of an orphan. This new way of being will become your default setting over time if you practice it and stick with it. Peace will be the norm for you. Your first reaction will be to trust. Faith will be the compass by which you navigate life. You don't have to make this on your own. When you work with my spirit, I do things like this in you. Change starts inside and works its way out. This is the renewing of your mind that makes your life different. This is me turning you into the person I always wanted you to be, free from the chains of desperation, rooted in my love, and sure that I can handle anything that comes your way. If you don't notice a complete change right away, surrender the burden. If you still have times when old habits try to creep back in, choose faith over fear. Change takes time. It takes time to grow. It's important that you're going in the right direction. The important thing is that you let me work in you instead of fighting the process. It matters that you pick faith over fear, trust over worry, hope over despair. one choice at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time. You will see how far you have come when you look back on this season and remember the choices you have made to follow my truth instead of the enemy's lies. You will understand that the hopelessness that used to rule your days has lost its power over you. In the middle of storms, you will be amazed at how peaceful you are. You will speak about my faithfulness with a conviction that can only come from walking through fire and coming out of it not even smelling like smoke. This is what I'm doing to you. I'm taking you here to help you not only get through this crisis, but also start a whole new way of life, one that is marked by peace instead of panic, trust instead of doubt, and faith instead of fear. This is what I want for you. This is a gift from me to you. This is what I promise you will do. Take it, trust it. Watch how things change when you choose to trust the God who has never let you down and never will. Now I want to talk to the part of you that still asks in silence, but what if it doesn't work out? That voice has been whispering under your prayers. It's been sitting behind your place of worship. It has been there in the background of your faith the whole time. Yes, you do believe in me. Yes, you trust me. But there's still that weak spot that wonders if things will be different this time, if the story won't end the way you want it to. That question doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me that your faith is weak. When you have doubts, I am not let down. I understand how people feel. I made it. I understand how pain changes it. I know how being let down over and over again makes you cautious. I know how long periods of waiting can make you afraid in a way that you don't say out loud. But please understand that the question, what if it doesn't work out, is not the right one. What if I work it out in a way that is better than you thought? That is the right question. To you, working out means feeling good, seeing results, and getting relief right away. Working out for me means having an eternal effect, changing who you are on the inside, being in line with your destiny, and being protected from things you didn't see coming. You begged me to open doors I shut. You tried to bring back relationships that I had deleted. There were times when I missed chances that you thought were your only ones. You sometimes realized I was protecting you a long time after the fact. You saw what you were going to walk into. You knew that the delay was an act of kindness. It was clear to you that my no was really love. When I pray and don't get an answer, I sometimes call it divine redirection. What you call waiting is what I sometimes call getting ready. What you call loss, I call safety sometimes. What you call silence, I sometimes call planning ahead. You don't see the whole picture. You were never meant to have to carry the weight of seeing everything. I am the owner of that weight. What you have to do is trust. Not fully understanding, not a feeling of certainty, not complete trust every second of every day. Trust. When something feels solid, trust. When it feels fragile, trust. When you're feeling brave, trust. When you're afraid, trust. Fear does not exist without trust. In the face of fear, trust is what I choose. I'm not telling you to be fearless. I want you to keep going even when fear whispers. I'm not telling you to never ask a question. You shouldn't let your questions turn into conclusions. Instead, bring them to me. There's a difference. Fear grows when you doubt and run away. Faith grows when you ask questions and get closer to me. Bring me your what-ifs. What if I fail? What will happen if I lose? What if things get worse? What if I'm not strong enough? Now let me answer. I will teach you if you fail. I will take care of you if you lose. I will make you stronger if things get worse. My power will rest on you if you aren't strong enough. You will never have to deal with something by yourself. There is no way for me to leave you. I am still working on redemption, even when things happen that you would call loss. During times that feel like setbacks, I am still moving toward my goals. You're not living a made-up story. You are living a life written by God. And I don't write tragedies that can't be fixed. I don't let pain happen for no reason. I won't let pressure happen without growth. The stress you're feeling now isn't meant to break you. It's meant to make you better. Fire is used to clean gold. Diamonds are made when pressure is put on them. It's resistance that makes muscles grow. You're not going to die. You are getting better. But growth isn't always easy. Growth spreads out. It hurts to refine. Waiting makes you humble. And when things aren't going well, desperation tries to creep back in. This is too much, it says. This has taken too long. This is too much for you to handle. God forgot, they said. But desperation doesn't see the big picture. It only sees the present. I see what will happen. Pain is seen by desperation. I see a reason. In desperation, delay is seen. I can see fate. You're not stuck. You are being put in place. Comment, I am being positioned. If you understand that truth, say it with confidence. Your season isn't a punishment. It's a time to get ready. You are not forgotten. You are getting ready. You're not getting behind. You are getting lined up. Right now, I'm lining up things that you can't see, like people you haven't met yet, chances you haven't had, doors you can't see yet, and growth that isn't quite finished. You would jump into something you aren't ready for if I moved too fast. You would mess up what you prayed for if I answered too soon. If I lifted you too soon, the weight would crush you. So I'm making your foundation stronger. I'm making your capacity bigger. I'm making you a better person. Because you need to be stronger for what's coming. Not more stressed. Not even more desperate. More powerful. Feeling better. More stable. Stronger roots. That's getting stronger this season. You think you're just getting by, but you are changing. You're getting more stable. You are getting smarter. You're getting smarter about things. You are reacting less. Over time, you're getting stronger. Very soon, you will react to something that used to make you go crazy, and you will realize that you are now at peace. That will show that you have grown. That will be proof that things have changed. That's what this season will produce. Things aren't just changing for you. I'm making you new. Because the next storm would destroy you if I only changed your situation without making you stronger. But storms lose their power when I change you. The wind is still blowing. It still rains. But your base stays strong. That's what I'm making now. A base that doesn't break when it's pushed. A heart that doesn't freak out when things are uncertain. A mind that doesn't get stuck in the worst-case scenarios. A spirit that stays strong even when things are shaking. You will still feel things. There will still be times when you feel weak. But they won't be able to control you. You will be ruled by peace. Trust will keep you on the ground. Hope will hold you down. And when breakthrough happens, which it will, you won't have to worry about losing it. You will not have to be desperate to run it. There won't be any stress for you during the event. You will not hold on tight because you are afraid it will go away, because you will know I am the source. You don't have to worry about losing anything when I'm your source, because I can open another stream if the first one runs dry. I can make a new door even if the old one shuts. I can start a new season even if the old one ends. You don't have any power over me. I'm not limited by what you've lost. I am not limited by time, money, opinion, diagnosis, or past. I'm God, and I'm very much a part of your life. I'm closer than you think right now as you read this. Not looking at you. I'm not judging you. I'm not upset with you. Near, hold on, present, strong. The grip of desperation that used to be too strong is weakening. Fireworks might not bother you. You might not feel strong emotions, but something stable is going to stay put. Something solid has taken shape. That makes me feel calm. It's not very loud. It's not a mess. It's strength in silence. It's calm and sure. There is a firm trust. That's what will help you move forward. There's no need for big signs. Your confidence needs to be steady. You don't need to feel good. You need faith that is strong. You don't need answers right away. You need trust that lasts. That's what I'm giving you. Now take a deep breath. Give out the schedule. Let go of the result. Don't worry about what if. Give it to me. After that, take one step at a time. Not with fear. Not out of desperation. But I'm sure that I'll be ahead of you tomorrow. I am now in the place you are scared of. I already have what you fear will happen. That's where I work too. You are not walking by yourself toward the unknown. You are moving toward a future that I am making. I beg for your trust. Not because I'm sure of everything, but because I am, and I don't fail. I remember. I'm not leaving. I don't mess up the lives of people who trust me. I will keep you safe, as long as you wait, even in places you don't know, even during the process. You won't remember this chapter as the one that broke you when you look back on it. You'll remember it as the season that made you who you are now. Now take a break. It's not because everything is over, but because I am. That's enough. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. but your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.